Today, as we gather here to celebrate our final day as Norfolk Collegiate students, as the class of 2010, it's my job to say goodbye. But how do you say goodbye to the people with whom you've spent 13 years? We've gone through a lot together, learning to read, tears, broken bones, those awkward years we euphemistically call middle school, athletic victories and defeats, college applications, and for those of us who have been at Norfolk Collegiate since kindergarten, 7 different buildings. And through everything, we somehow made it, and I've been given perhaps the hardest task of my Norfolk Collegiate career. What to say about such a unique and successful class? This class's accomplishments speak for themselves. The class of 2010 has talented musicians and athletes, Division I athletes, and even congressional interns. As I pondered the best way to say goodbye, both to and from the class of 2010, I considered a variety of approaches. I could simply list all of our accomplishments, but realistically, I'm as anxious to get my diploma as everyone else, and I don't like the sound of my voice that much. I thought about using humor. I then realized that few people appreciate my sense of humor as much as I do. Although the few people who think I'm funny may find this disappointing news, they'll love me anyways because I'm their daughter. Therefore, instead of attempting to list my classmates' myriad past accomplishments or relying on my comedic skills, I'd like to take this opportunity to look to the future. Next year, members of the class of 2010 will matriculate to colleges across the country, choosing completely different paths, leading to entirely different futures, but no doubt being successful in their own ways. This doesn't mean, however, that the road to success will be without setbacks and failures. Embrace failure. Don't seek it, but when it comes, which it will, accept it, and use it to become better. We've all made countless mistakes. The difference between the wise man and the foolish one is not in the number of errors, but in the ability to acknowledge and understand his mistakes. Everyone has heard those words, take responsibility for your mistakes. As often as we hear the phrase, we're seldom lectured the opposite, to take responsibility for our success. It seems obvious. After all, who doesn't want to be successful? We live in a society, however, that does not always reward excellence. We praise mediocrity while encouraging those who are successful to be modest and apologize for their achievement. Don't be afraid of your own success. Never apologize for your ability or for your hard work. Success has no single definition. It can come in a variety of forms. This is your task, to find your own meaning of the word and to achieve it. Your version of success is not the same as mine, or your parents, or your teachers, or your friends. As George Sheehan said, success means having the courage, the determination, and the will to become the person you believe you were meant to be. Decide who you were meant to be. Then never let anyone or anything stop you from becoming that person. And when you judge your success, don't use money or material possessions. Measure your achievements by how close you've come to the person you want to be. So how successful have we been in our 13 years at Norfolk Collegiate? We've certainly come a long way, with help from lessons from teachers, encouragement and support from parents, and new ideas from friends who challenge us to reach higher. Although our time at Norfolk Collegiate has placed us solidly on the path towards excellence, we still have a long way to go. The good news is, we have a long road ahead of us. Do everything you can, take every opportunity you are presented, and when you think you have achieved success, keep going. Unlike high school, excellence has no finish line. Do not refuse to change, but do not allow your convictions to be swayed. Benjamin Franklin once said, all mankind is divided into 3 classes. Those that are immovable, those that are movable, and those that move. To the class of 2010, as you go out into the world towards your bright futures, I challenge you always to be those that move. Thank you and congratulations.